Hello and welcome back to my humble show. I am your host for today and every other day, the Articulate Thinker, hopefully here to bring you art articles and articulation straight from Articulation Station. So be sure to like, subscribe, and enjoy the ride. Don't forget to turn on those bell notifications while you're at it. This shouldn't take too long, and I prefer to stick with the politics, but I might as well cover this. I'm sure you've heard or seen about the lady on the plane who was claiming that someone was not real. Not too long ago, she went viral, saying some wild things about, like I said, this other man on the plane that she had some kind of altercation with. She ultimately claimed that he wasn't human or something like that, and demanded to be let off the plane, said that everyone was going to die if they stayed on there. I'm not going to play the original clip from the various sources, the various people who posted them online. It was her at her worst, but there was a lot of profanity. It was laced with profanity, so I'm not going to play that. Instead, I'm going to cover the latest, a bit of redemption for her, hopefully. Since she was at her worst then, maybe she is working towards her best now. And I don't know what exactly was going on in her mind, but this is what I could find. And I'm sure because it's not quite as clickable, it's not going to get the attention. So if you haven't heard the latest, greatest news about her, well, here it is. Here's an article from Daily Mail with one of their extensive titles and captions. Marketing executive Tiffany Gomas, 38, who shot to infamy with "He is not real" rant, relaunches herself with a professional brand makeover. Hours after posting apology for viral meltdown she called her worst moment ever. Okay, so they make it sound like she's being quite clever here and trying to make a new name for herself. Professional brand makeover, they say. I don't know if that's actually accurate. I looked her up on her social media platforms, her new accounts. There isn't much on them. It's not like she's trying to raise money or something like that. At least not yet. So I'm not sure how self-glorifying this is all meant to be. Maybe she just wanted to offer an apology and try to turn a negative into a positive or something like that. But we'll see. Tiffany Gomas was on a July 2 flight when she launched into a tirade about the plane being unsafe and then went extremely viral. On Sunday, the marketing executive strategically relaunched her social media accounts a month after the incident. So it says strategically. Well, there's just not much there. And I never even saw the old accounts of hers. Maybe she was putting out the content on those. I don't know. I didn't see it. All I've seen is the new stuff, which just has one video overall. But yeah. Gomas said in her video, "I apologize and take accountability for my actions. They were uncalled for. My very worst moment was captured on a video." So, not all that self-glorifying if you ask me. I'm glad that she offered an apology and hopefully she can turn this around for the better. Marketing executive Tiffany Gomas has launched a coordinated social media blitz hours after apologizing for her viral plane meltdown, at which she called her very worst moment, you think? And again, they have the slightly emphatic language here. Social media blitz, they say. Hours after apologizing. Okay, so what exactly is the blitz? Because everything I've seen is just, again, one video of her apologizing. In an apparent bid to control the narrative after her infamous "that mother bleeper is not real" rant, the Dallas native 38 has reposted after deleting her YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok accounts. DailyMail.com can reveal. The successful marketing executive is using her professional prowess to give her personal brand a makeover after she broke her silence to DailyMail.com. So unless this article has something in it that I just haven't arrived at yet, they're touting this idea that she has been attempting to control the narrative and market herself more successfully with her professional prowess. A lot of journalism in here, but sounds like a slightly unrealistic opinion piece if you ask me, but got to keep things exciting because what can live up to the expectations after the original clip made its rounds, or clips made their rounds? Her return to public posting follows the extremely viral video of the fit she threw on an airplane traveling from Dallas to Orlando. The coordinated relaunch, ripe for monetization, really, which she has activated across her profiles, comes 4 days after extended body cam footage of her being escorted through the airport by law enforcement. I mean, it could be that she is monetizing her content. I don't know if it has enough views yet. I know I don't, so help me out there. Just kidding, but am I? But yeah, as for her, maybe she's trying to monetize it. That seems like a bit of a shot in the dark, considering her actions were more mocked than anything else. She did turn into an awful lot of memes. Whose dream is that? Not mine. I don't want to turn into a whole bunch of memes. Though I guess even bad publicity is still publicity. Maybe I could monetize that. But no, I don't get a kick out of people clicking the dislike button on my videos. It seems to happen quite a bit, but you can't see that thanks to the new rules and regulations of Twitter. Not Twitter. YouTube. Yeah, there we go. YouTube. Now, I say, hey, to each their own. Like or dislike, I don't really care. I apologize and take accountability for my actions. They were uncalled for, she wrote on Twitter. Gomas said of the July 2 viral video, my very worst moment was captured on video. There are some images of her if I scroll down, but that is not what I'm here for. So if you want to look it up for yourself, knock yourself out. Here is the video. It's a 2-minute long video. And last time I tried to play it on here, well, I was trying to record this show over a day ago. And when I started trying to play the video, it kept buffering, so I ended up shutting things down. And I'm trying again now, so I'll pull it up over here on YouTube, because this is her YouTube channel, which only has one video on it, and it is this video titled It's Tiffany Gomas. So this is the one that is supposedly monetized. I see that she has the comments turned off, and in the caption she has a link to her website. Looks like her YouTube channel has not even been verified fully yet, so the link is not clickable, but it's there. And above it, it reads, I apologize and take accountability for my actions. They were uncalled for. My very worst moment was captured on video. Although the memes have been amusing, the flip side has been cruel. I'm thankful for my friends and family for supporting me through this. This experience has been life-altering, and I hope to do good from it and promote positive mental health. Stay tuned. Now, maybe she's just bipolar or something like that, and one day she'll be like, let's take this and turn it into something for the better. And then the next day she's like, what was I doing yesterday? That guy is not real, by the way. I'm not sure. I just know that she presented this as though it's going to be an effort to further her website or her platform in one way or another. So far, this is all I'm seeing, though, this apology video. So I'll go ahead and play it.
Hi, everyone. It's me, Tiffany Gomas, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted.
So the reason why I'm a little bit skeptical about articles criticizing her for apologizing, or maybe not criticizing her for apologizing, but claiming that it's all a publicity stunt in order to monetize her meme with the life that has become a meme at this point. Her life has become a meme. I mean, I don't know how I would feel about monetizing my own life meme if I had one. And maybe I'll get unlucky at some point and that will happen. Lucky or unlucky, depending on how much it made me, I suppose. But this is an individual who was put in the spotlight. She didn't ask for it. I mean, she kind of did, but she kind of didn't at the same time. Went viral in the worst possible way and heard about it for days and days and days and days. So I'm not trying to praise her here, but I feel like there is some reasonable emotion in her voice, and I don't want to assume the worst of her after all that she has been through, even if she put herself through it.
As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it's time.
I mean, is that true? Do you know? I don't know, because I haven't really kept up with her. I didn't see whether or not she had anything about this on her old accounts. But, you know, if she was attempting to monetize it all, wouldn't she have started earlier rather than deleting everything, starting from scratch and saying, listen, I apologize? Huh.
First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case.
Never an easy thing to admit.
My use of profanity was completely unnecessary, and I want to apologize to everyone on that plane, especially those that had children aboard. Can't imagine going through that and trying to explain to your kid what in the world just happened. We all have our bad moments, some far worse than others, and mine happened to be caught on camera for the whole world to see multiple times. Sorry, trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse.
Trying not to sound like Minnie Mouse. She seems fairly humble about it all, and maybe that's because she has been humbled. After taking a unintentional tumble down the social media rabbit hole.
Well, it has been really comical for everyone, and I have highly enjoyed so many of the memes. On the flip side, it is very invasive and unkind, and I don't know what I would do without the love and support of my friends and family. They are loyal to a fault, and I don't know what I did to deserve them. Sorry, y'all.
So the Daily Mail says she just wants attention. That's what they seem to be implying in their article. That she just wants attention. According to the Daily Mail. But she is calling it evasive. She's calling the attention evasive. She's not blaming anyone for it other than herself. So that's why I tend to applaud this.
I hope that I can use this experience and do a little bit of good in the world, and that is what I intend to do. I hope that you guys can accept my apology and I can begin to move on with my life.
Okay, so she says, join me on my journey of promoting positive mental health and standing up against cyberbullying. She has a website listed below. All right, so no reference to funding her or anything like that. She's not saying, pay me. She's saying, click on my website, essentially. So let's do that. Let's click on her website. I think I've been looking into the wrong camera. I started with this camera over here, and then when I switched to my screen view, it switches to this one up here, and I kept looking over there. So if I've been looking over there this whole time, on and off, my apologies. Yeah. It's not too late to apologize. The song is a lie. This is her website, tiffanygomas.com. 2023, all rights reserved. All that's on it is the same video we just watched. It's possible that she, after putting this video out, felt a bit relieved. All she wanted to do was apologize, and then that'll be it for her. That'll be enough of the spotlight for her. Enough attention for her. Maybe she just needed to get that off of her chest. Nothing wrong with that. But maybe she will keep the trend going and form an organization and reach out to other people who are flipping out on planes left and right. But anyways, back to the article. Gomas was flying to Florida on July 4 weekend. On July 4 weekend, when she decided that the plane was unsafe, loudly demanding everyone on the flight evacuate. She said in the video posted Sunday to Twitter, although the memes have been amusing, this flip side has been cruel. I'm thankful for my friends and family for supporting me through this. I would enlarge the text, but it gets cut off over on the side, so keep it at this size. This experience has been life-altering, and I hope to do some good from it and promote positive mental health. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, she says. Okay, I might click around and find out if she has anything else coming up. Maybe she will, maybe she won't post more about this, but either way, I'm not all that invested. Maybe by judging by some of her photos and such, you might think she just wants attention. I didn't really hear that in her voice. Sound like she's sick of it, if anything. Gomas coordinated her post on Twitter with the relaunch of her Instagram page and YouTube channel. She also launched her webpage that tells people coming soon. Yeah, really. But we've seen her webpage. There's not much on there. We've seen her YouTube account. There's not much on there. I'll go ahead and click on the main page. And as you can see, not much on there except the video we already watched. Nothing about her channel, really. She has a Twitter account with one post. It is, once again, that same video. She has accumulated 107,000 followers. Joined in July, so the account was up longer than the video itself. I don't know when her name became known. I do recall news about it being made public, or people figured it out recently. But I just so happened to see this article going around the other day and thought I would cover this and see what her apology sounded like. A lot of times it's people apologizing for not saying something woke enough, and then they get condemned to death, and they're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend anyone or harm anyone with my words. But in this case, yeah, I don't have a complaint with her apology. All posts except one on her Instagram page were posted inside of the last month, or edited inside of last week. She has also chosen to follow just 16 specific accounts so far on her Twitter profile, which include uber successful podcasters like Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and Lex Friedman, as well as TMZ and Barstool Sports. Maybe that's because they were recommended to her, or they were just the top of the list when she first created her account. Let me see here. She is now following 59 people. Bill Burr, Andrew Schultz. I'm seeing comedians. A lot of comedians. I wonder what that's all about. A lot of brands. On second thought, I don't know. Maybe she is in search of some sort of sponsorship. I see a lot of brands in here and big names. ESPN. Maybe that's just what she saw on the list of random things to follow. I have no idea. It's kind of hard to tell, though, between this article and that video. In the video she posted online, first published by TMZ, she said, "Hi everyone, it's me, Tiffany Gomas, better known as the Crazy Plane Lady," which is completely warranted. She continued, "As you know, I have been unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally feel that it is time." While the relaunch of the Marketing Execs Live came on Sunday, it's not the first time she has spoken since the incident. Last week, DailyMail.com spoke to Gomas at her Dallas home. And by the way, the reference to TMZ has a link to it Let me pull up this article. Woman from in-flight freak out. Tiffany Gomas, emotional apology. No excuse for profanity. Okay, so they have the original clip of her on the plane. And they don't have the actual apology video. Well, they have this. And this is the apology video. So maybe she sent it to them before she uploaded it to YouTube. Does it say? I don't know that it says. While Tiffany says she laughed at all the memes being spawned for her worst moment, she says it feels invasive to have her lapse in judgment captured on camera and broadcast for the entire world to see. This doesn't specify where they even got the video from. When was this article published? 8:13 at 1 a.m. 8:13, 1 a.m. Let me pull up the video and see what the actual date of its upload was. 8:13. Doesn't have a time. So it could be that they just found her on YouTube immediately after she uploaded the video and then put it in their article and made it seem like she was their source or something. I don't know. I'm not sure how these publications work. They're not always reliable, though. I don't know how successful she really is in real life. I don't know how they would define success. My life has been blown up. It's frightening, she said. Things go viral and everything changes. Gomas continued. First and foremost, I want to take full accountability for my actions. They were completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my emotions, and that was not the case. My use of profanity was completely unnecessary, and I want to apologize to everyone who was on that plane, especially those who had children aboard. She said she could not imagine going through that and trying to explain to her kid what in the world just happened. Right. Gomas, her Goyard bag under her arm, marched to the front of the plane on July 2 and told fellow passengers she was disembarking because the aircraft was not safe. The video showed a visibly shaken and arguably crazed Gomas telling passengers, I'm getting the bleep off and there's no stopping. Well, there's a reason, she said. I'm telling you right now that mother bleeper back there is not real, and you can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to. In her words. Her lips to an alien's ears. Okay, more random photos. Don't know what these are all about. She's having fun, apparently. One to have fun. Speaking exclusively to DailyMail.com from her home in Dallas, a recalcitrant, that's an interesting word, Gomas said, no one knows anyone else's story and no one should judge. No one knows what it's like. Dressed in a fitted white tank and black leggings, her long hair slicked back in a bun, the owner of Uppercut Marketing, which promises its clients, we make you look really, really good, stood at the door of her $1.6 million property, and she said she was consulting a lawyer. Oh, she was consulting a lawyer. They're staking out my house. They're staking out my neighbors. They're going through my mail, she said. So much of what's out there is inaccurate, but when asked for specifics, she declined to comment further. Maybe she actually believed what she was saying. She's being forced to backtrack. I don't know. Passengers on flight 1009 from Dallas-Fort Worth to Orlando that day were forced to deplane after a distraught Gomas suggested the plane was not safe, forcing staff to deboard the flight and rescreen the aircraft passengers. Peekaboo, I see you. Gomas' meltdown was apparently sparked by an argument with a relative with whom she accused of stealing her AirPods. petty. Petty theft. The female then started claiming the aircraft was not safe and did not want the aircraft to leave due to her believing it would not make it to its destination. The police report states. She let her emotions get the best of her. Indeed, due to the statements, the flight attendants felt the aircraft needed to be rescreened. The airline manager explained that the passenger was denied boarding and they wanted her escorted to the public side. She marched off the plane, but by the time TSA officers arrived to escort her back to the public side of the airport, the visibly upset woman was trying to get back on the flight. Maybe she was embarrassed at that point. Sometimes you go so far, it's hard to pull yourself back in, hard to bring yourself back in. And then you wanna go in order to get out. If that makes any sense. Like, oh, I just really made a fool of myself. I gotta fight this feeling. I gotta get back on there and act like it never happened. She didn't want to deal with security, so on and so forth. Dallas-Fort Worth Department of Safety police officers tried to speak with the distraught Gomas, but she refused to cooperate. She was eventually escorted back to the non-secure side of the airport. Despite her earlier hysteria, she made repeated attempts to come back through TSA and into the boarding area. Police later found Gomas sitting on the curb outside the airport waiting for an Uber. They issued her with a warning for criminal trespass, but she was neither charged nor taken into custody. The marketing executive, who was seen clutching a 1,900 Goyard tote bag in the viral video, was deemed a rising star in 2017 when she served as vice president of client services at Elevate Brand Marketing. She now heads up her own marketing firm, Uppercut Marketing, which boasts big-name clients such as Xbox, Microsoft, and others. Its public profiles were locked after the incident. Gomas resides in a $1.6 million luxury 4-bedroom property complete with a swimming pool. I guess that house isn't all that expensive depending on where you live. I mean, it's expensive for me regardless, but just saying. To some people, they can afford it. She bought the home in an affluent neighborhood in January 2022 for $572,530 before renovating the entire space. So she didn't pay that much on it originally, but did some work. And that's the end of the article. Thank goodness. Didn't mean to spend nearly 30 minutes on this topic. I don't even know if I'll actually upload this, since I didn't learn all that much. But either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Keep in touch, keep in tune. New content is coming soon. Peace. And by the way, that right there is not her house. That's just a advertisement. Oh. Peace.